Welcome back. The Minister of Education, Arts and Culture and first Vice-Chairperson of the 10th African Regional Forum on Sustainable Development Bureau, Nghipondoka, is in New York attending the 2024 UN High-Level Political Forum on Sustainable Development Goals. She now joins us via Zoom to share more insight on the discussions at the forum. Ma'am, good evening and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Nina. Good evening.
Madam Nghipondoka, perhaps you could please begin by explaining your role at the UN High-Level Political Forum.
Yes, thank you. Nina, the High-Level Political Forum is an international event which brought together all the economic committee across the globe to put together their ideas and main desires that is to be taken into the Pact of the Future, which is to be discussed at the Summit of the Future. I am here as on my capacity as first chairperson of the Africa Region Forums of Sustainable Development, and my responsibility here, which I've already done, was to present our ideas to the high-level forum.
Could you perhaps provide some insight for us this evening into any specific challenges or opportunities highlighted at the forum that are particularly relevant to the Namibian education system?
To start with, the forum did not really focus specifically on the education sector, but the forum focused specifically on the acceleration of the implementation of all the Sustainable Development Goals, and specifically the goal 1, 2, 3, and 16 and 17. So the main concern that we are sitting with as the world is the issue of the slow progress in the implementation of the SDGs, and especially those key ones which could serve to catalyze the implementation of others if handled properly, the ones that I've mentioned. That's one of the challenges. And what came out from all the commitments and all the discussions was the improvement of especially access to financing programs towards implementation of sustainable development goals, which was learned that especially during pandemics, conflicts, and many other impeding aspects, we have been slowing down, and especially Africa, we are considered to be going a bit slow. And mainly what was outlined there is the issue of funding. That's why the forum really looked into the issue of taking all those key possible interventions that can help us all, inclusively, including Africa and all other developing countries, to be able to implement the implementation, the Sustainable Development Goals. One main thing that was really coming from almost all the economic committees was the issue of the reform of the global financing architecture in terms of availing funds to all the countries. And I believe we all know, us as a country, definitely there, we are already affected because of our classification as an upper middle income. One really hope that some of these things are looked into, because those are some of the things that really affect other countries from gaining access to intellectual global financial resources.
Yeah. You mentioned, of course, that our slow progress is due to the funding, in achieving these SDGs that we touched on. I want to know how Namibia's progress is in comparison to other African countries concerning this.
Yes, to start with, Nina, the forum didn't really go to an extent of comparing specifically Namibia to other countries. But what we know is that Namibia, through different kinds of assessments, has been found to do good with regards to the implementation of the SDGs. For example, when it comes to issues of governance, Namibia is listed to be the second best the second best governed country in Africa. And also it's recognized also for its gender sensitivity and many other things. But to be specific, this forum didn't really come out for us to do comparative studies, but it will look at globally the issue of challenges that impedes the implementation of the SDGs, and for us as different regions to come out with recommendations to go into the pact for the future in order for it to be included in the summit of the future, after which the final pact will be released, which will guide the countries on what is it that really should be done.
Were there any talks or matters touched on around the areas of addressing the digital divide in education?
Definitely. Digital divide in a broad sense, not necessarily in education, but maybe for your own information, what we need to do is that, I need to tell you is that digital transformation is one of our key levers of change that came out from the education conference that we held in 2022. And we have an implementation plan which is approved already by cabinet, and the levers of change are 10, of which digital transformation is one. And we have already started in actual facts as a country. There, I believe we are really strategically positioned already to handle the issue of digital transformation, where we are busy, enhancing the issue of computer labs at schools. And we are also introducing the concept of digital schools, where we have already started with training of our teachers. And soon we will be launching that project, the digital school project. But in general, what was discussed at the forum here is the issue of bridging the digital divide in terms of creating clear and concise, digital ecosystems where countries could, consult each other and talk to each other, and especially the issue of data. Right. The issue of data, which is really needed for evidence-based, implementation of SDGs. It is believed to be done mainly if we have got a digital, a digital transformational, a concept that can lead us into using our technologies in enhancing the role of data.
Madam Nghipondoka, on that note, I want to thank you so much for taking time out to join us here on the Daily Roundup. All the best for the rest of your stay in the US.
Thank you so much, Nina.
Well, there you have it. That was Anna Nghipondoka, who is the Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, speaking to us via Zoom. We'll be right back.